In today's video, let's talk about growing your own ginger. In today's video, we're going to talk about growing ginger. Ginger is a strong, potent herb, and you can use it either fresh or dried. I like ginger because it always complements my food dishes. I use it with sushi, I use it in my health drinks, and if you didn't know it, ginger can help to reduce pain, ease any stomach aches you may have, and also boost your metabolism. You can grow ginger either indoors or outdoors, but depending on where you grow it, you can harvest it year-round. I'm going to be talking about growing ginger outdoors in today's video. When you're deciding that you want to grow it outdoors, one of the things you want to definitely do is you want to start with a living ginger root, like this one. You can tell it's living because it's still got a little green yellowish tint to it, and all these buds are starting to break again. You can take cuttings off of a plant, or you can buy it at a nursery, a garden center, a seed company, or you can go to an organic store and buy ginger root there. All of those should work. I don't recommend buying ginger root from a non-organic source because most of them are sprayed with growth inhibitors that will make it very difficult for them to sprout. You'll probably just waste your time. When you're selecting them, make sure you grab one that has some plumpness to it. Make sure that the skin is tight, and make sure it does have several buds on it. Remember, each of these buds will produce a whole nother ginger plant should you want it. Now, the key to growing ginger, guys, is you got to get it ready for planting. You want to soak it in warm water overnight. This kind of stimulates the plant into some growth, tricking it into thinking, oh, the cold season's over, let's go ahead and start growing. Now, one of the things I like to do is break my ginger into sections, and you can either break it or you can cut it. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure that you have enough buds on every section so that whatever you plant can grow. What you should do is go ahead and wait a little bit to let this scab over. That way it doesn't catch any diseases, or at least reduces the amount of chances for disease it will get. Then you'll want to take a shallow hole, 1 to 2 inches down. You'll want to plant the ginger with the bud sides facing up. That's these little guys right here. You'll also want to cover this guy with at least 2 inches of soil. Just like that. Make sure that it stays in a spot that stays warm, but doesn't get a lot of bright sunlight. Also with ginger root, you want to keep the soil moist, but you want to be careful that you don't overwater. Because if you overwater, ginger root is susceptible to root rot. Now, ginger is going to grow slow, so you got to be patient. About a month after you plant it, you should start seeing some sprouts that come out of the ground. I'll insert a picture of the sprouts here. A few months after the ginger has been growing, you can actually pull the soil back and harvest some of the fresh young ginger. If you were to break it off and use it, you would just cover it back up with the soil and let it continue to grow. For large ginger, guys, if you want to grow bigger roots, remember that ginger is a heavy feeder. It requires a lot of macronutrients, potassium, phosphorus, and especially nitrogen. So I recommend, as you're growing it at least once a month, giving it at least a 5-5-5 fertilizer just to keep the nutrients available for the plant to take in and produce bigger, better bulbs. Here is some ginger that I started late season. I think it's been about 4.5-5 months since I planted this ginger, and it was actually ginger that was purchased from Sprouts. So it's organic ginger, but I'm not expecting to get very big results, and I wasn't planning on it. I could have left it in the ground and it would have been a lot bigger. However, we're going to harvest it today anyway, despite that it's still putting off new roots, because I need to get this pot available for other things. There you go. There's some nice young fresh ginger. And now we got another plant back here, and this one feels maybe a little bigger. Yeah. Not a bad looking one. You can see the original rhizome there, and it's yielded quite a bit. So, for a small little rhizome, it gave me about 3 times its size. We'll take it. Let me get these washed up and we'll show you what we got here. Beautiful looking ginger. And there you have it, everyone. Not too bad of a little harvest from a few rhizomes that were not very big, grown from organic ginger root purchased at a local grocer. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.